We're talking with Aisha and Janella, and they are with Colorado Springs Council for Black Catholics. So let's get into the interview process. So start out sharing a little bit about you and how God has prepared you over time to be with me here on Catholic Radio, representing the Colorado Springs Council for Black Catholics. So you want to start with Janella?
Well, Colorado Springs Council for Black Catholics has been an organization, one of the ministries with the church. I'm a member of Holy Apostles for over 30 years now.
Nice.
And so we've had a lot of membership to, leave us now through death and other things. And so we're just here to help keep the spirit within our communities and our families alive. And we really need memberships from all the Catholic churches.
Aisha.
So I actually feel like I became a part of this organization as an answer to a prayer. I am a gerontologist and have been in the field since 2002. And so with seniors being my ministry, I'm always looking for ways to help improve the quality of lives of African American seniors. And I came across this group from my work with senior health fair that happens at Hillside Community Center every year, and there was a member who was attending, who was a part of the committee for the senior health fair, and that's ultimately how I found out about the organization and became involved. And I also am a parent, and so it's important for me to take that education and that knowledge and love of God and pass it down to her. And so I've been blessed to be a part of the organization for about 5 years, and now I'm the president of the organization, so I've been able to grow.
Yeah. So let's find out a little bit about the Council for Black Catholics.
Okay, like I said, I've been in it for quite a while now. What we do, we have a scholarship, and we would raise money for scholarships for kids that are attending Catholic schools. Our patron saint is St. Martin de Porres. We always try to give a scholarship in his honor. Although this year we changed it to Mary Maria DeWitt Scholarship because she was one that worked so hard and so long for the organization. She passed away this year, and so we kind of gave the name of the scholarship in her honor.
Excellent, excellent. So honoring the patron saint, St. Martin de Porres.
Absolutely.
Good. And so what do you see as maybe the biggest challenge that you encounter as being a part of this organization?
Well, that's a good question. I think one of the biggest challenges that we face is we've been in Colorado Springs since 1990, and a lot of people don't know that. And I became aware of that. We were organizing our annual St. Martin de Porres Mass and dinner, and one of the parishes informed us that they had no idea who the organization was. And I was like, really? We've been around over 30 years. So what do we need to do to create an awareness about our organization to let them know that we exist? And along with what Janella was saying, other goals we have are to enhance the identity as African American Catholics who are doing God's work and to give strength, encouragement, and fellowship. And that's very important. And so I think right now the biggest challenge is awareness to that we exist, awareness that we're here to help, awareness that even though you may not be of African American descent, you can actually be a part of the organization. If you believe in what we do and support what we're doing, we welcome anybody to come to our events. All of our fundraising events are open to the public. Our St. Martin de Porres Mass and dinner, we rotate through different parishes. So we're here and very present in the community, but it seems that a lot of people aren't aware of who we are. So that might be the biggest challenge we face at this particular point.
Is the just trying to get the word out, and so you're doing a great job today because we have a potential 5 million listeners here with the Catholic radio here in Colorado, because we have just we have 6 stations, and 2 of the stations are 50,000 watt stations, which is the biggest AM signal that you can get. And then we have a couple of translators, I think, in 2 other stations. So, a potential 5 million listeners at any given moment. So you're getting the word out today. So we'll give information on how they can contact you and all of that. But you talked about, it's for the Black Catholics, the Colorado Springs Council for Black Catholics, but it's open to any ethnicity.
Absolutely.
So what's the percentage maybe of Black Catholics versus other ethnicity?
Well, generally, we have majority African Americans. I think that's just because the name is attractive. And then because of the population of Colorado Springs, there aren't any black parishes here. There are 2 in Denver, but none in Colorado Springs. So with this particular name, I think we draw a lot of people in from the military community, a lot of people who are just coming in and out doing Department of Defense work, and really letting people know that we exist. And so at this particular time, it's majority African American.
Yeah. So sounds like, that makes sense to me. But it's nice that it is still multicultural, I guess, would be the way to say that. And so it sounds like you're doing a lot of things. So how are you going out, and besides being on Catholic radio, how are you going out and reaching the people of the diocese, the surrounding communities? One of your biggest challenges is getting the word out. So what are some of the other things that you're doing? Catholic radio has certainly taken you a long ways in that, but what are some of the other ways?
Well, we have the St. Martin de Porres celebration every year, and we have that where we invite the whole congregation from any of the dioceses that we have hold a dinner in. For instance, I'm a part of Holy Apostles, so that's a huge church, and we invite we prepare all the food. It doesn't cost anything. And you come down and we kind of share all of our information with you. So that's the way we're getting our words out right now, and of course, word of mouth. We hold little sponsorships like at Panera Bread now. We're having lunches there.
Yeah,
and
they give a part of the proceeds to,
That's right.
the fundraiser, yeah.
And we're having the Skate City now, so we're still expanding out. It's new for us, so it's not that big yet, but it's going to get there.
What is it,
This Skate City, they've allowed us to have a skating party for the kids, so we have that, and that's another way of raising a little money for. We give door prizes and all to the kids. They enjoy that. So.
Yeah.
Well, we do have this acronym that we go by, which is Be Seen. It's building, enlightening, service, educating, evangelizing, and networking. And it is important to know that along with the fundraising events and St. Martin de Porres dinner, other ways that we choose to evangelize are we do annual book donations to all of the Catholic schools in the parishes. Every year we donate a book for each age group of students. So we have books that go specifically to elementary school students, books that go specifically to middle school students, and the book that goes specifically to high school students to educate them. Other things that we do to evangelize are we have actually made donations to each parish library. We have books that we donate, and we had an event this past year at UCCS with Catholic Fire with Father Ingalls, and we were actually able to spend time with some college students. So we're trying to reach all age ranges of students who are Catholic. Another thing that we do is we participate in the prison ministry, and so we have the St. Martin de Porres cards printed, and those are distributed throughout the prison to people who are needing that type of service. Another thing that we do to evangelize, or we do annual donations to nursing homes and to Catholic charities to make sure that we're reaching out to everybody. We want to reach every population in the best way we know how with the things that we have to offer.
Excellent. And so these are a lot of really great charitable donations that you're making. All right, so what kind of fundraising do you have going on besides the Panera and the skating rink?
So those are the 2 biggest things, and all are welcome to attend. And once again, this money that comes from this particular fundraiser goes directly to our scholarships. And the other big thing that we do is Panera, of course, and we have done that once a year. In previous years, we've been known for the Mardi Gras, and that has been a very big production. And so we've kind of wanted to take an inventory and see if other ways that we could fundraise that can also let people know about what we've been doing in the community. We also, with the blessing of Bishop Sheridan, were able to print about 1,000 brochures, and 25 went to each parish in the diocese. And so that's a way to also let all of the parishioners know, all of the lay people and people in the office, deacons, everyone know that we are here and very present and are looking for people to participate and just celebrate in what we're doing. So those are the biggest things that we do. Those are the most notable.
And so I'm thinking all this wonderful charitable work that you're doing and a couple of fundraisers. Are there dues to belong to the organization? Does it cost anything to join?
No, it does not. It does not cost anything. In fact, all it costs is your time and the prayers and the help that we can give to so many that's in need.
Yeah.
And that's what we enjoy. So there's no money involved, just your time. And sometimes that's worth more than money.
Yeah, exactly. It is hard to get both. I mean, as a person that does pledge drives and stuff, but the Holy Spirit provides. It
That's
provides
right.
what we
Always.
need, always, always,
Right.
always. If you want to give to the Colorado Springs Council for Black Catholics, do you have a website? How should they contact you?
Oh, we absolutely do. We're on every platform. We have a Facebook page. We're on the Colorado Springs Diocese page. We have a YouTube page. We have a phone number. We have email. We have everything.
Okay.
And if you actually want to be able to see and touch somebody, our meetings are every fourth Saturday at Holy Apostles in the library from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Excellent. I'm betting that there's somebody out there that's thinking they might be interested. You know, you've been doing this how long? For 3 years, you said? Have you been involved?
I've been involved for 5 years,
For
but
5
Janelle
years.
is a founding member.
One of the founding, and when was it founded again?
Been a good 25, 30 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
and like I say, I was in and out, but been in for quite a while here recently. But yeah, it's been around a long time and we've done a lot, and the community knows about us. It's just that we've lost so many members right now, age
Sure.
and all.
So we'll start with Janella. So 25 to 30 years been involved. What kind of fruits? What kind of fruits have you seen come from this organization? Any memorable stories that you'd like to share?
Well, some of the stories especially when we did a regular convention, we have that every 5 years, went to Washington, D.C. I've never seen so many Catholics, priests from all over the world were there. That was a wonderful time. We have our retreat every year, and that's always nice. We go with the Denver branch of the Black Catholics, and we have times for prayer, and we talk, and it's very spiritual, and it helps a lot in just everyday life. There's a lot of memories. It's like I said, I've lost so many members. We just lost one here recently that was even in it before me, and she's just really good. We were planning on doing a lot with talking about our organization, but of course God took her. So yeah. So right now it's just been a little stressful, but we're going to keep on, and we know He has, with His help, all of us. We're going to do fine. So,
Yeah. So good. So good. Okay, so Aisha, give me a memorable moment or two over 5 years, some of the fruits that you've seen.
Oh, well, thank you for asking that. Before I forget, I want to give a few thank yous because that will help answer the question.
Okay.
So I want to thank Mary Teresa Thomas because without her support, we would not be here. I also want to thank Bishop Sheridan for his continuous support of our organization, the Black and Indian Fund, which allows us to be able to put on events and donate books and things of that sort. And also want to thank Father Barron for his support because we've been able to maintain our space at Holy Apostle to have meetings, so it's very important to acknowledge him. And also want to thank the members of Colorado Springs Council for Black Catholics, past and present, because we would not be there today without them. And so the thank yous are important to me because it made the transition easy for me to be able to serve better. It took all of these people to help me grow in my Catholic faith and to be better, just a better Catholic in general. I think one of the most notable things for me over the last 5 years is I've been able to start attending school to pursue my own Catholic education. I'm currently getting my master's from the Institute of Black Catholic Studies at Xavier, Louisiana, in theology. So to be able to let people know that this is very serious, this is something that is taken to heart. And so that's probably the most memorable thing, aside from being able to work with all these wonderful people in the diocese, and especially Janella. She's a gem.
Yeah, well, I can tell that. So how many children are you helping with scholarships right now?
It varies depending on how much fundraising we're able to do. And so we have not reviewed all of the scholarships yet or gotten all of our checks in for the money that we fundraise for. And so we'll have all of that information and we'll post that on our website as well as Facebook.
Nice, very nice. So just search Colorado Springs Council for Black Catholics and you'll be able to pull up the website, pull up the Facebook page, all those kinds of things, and find out more information. Their meetings are the fourth Saturday from 11 to 1 p.m. in the library at Holy Apostles. So if you would like to join them for the meeting, you can do that. So what actually goes on at the meetings? You know, what if somebody wants to come on the fourth Saturday to the library at Holy Apostles from 11 to 1, what are they going to encounter?
Well, first of all, we always open with a prayer. We go through everything that's on our agenda for that day. We have our treasurer there that also gives the report on the monies that we have available to us.
And I want to be perfectly honest, our meetings are business meetings because we are a nonprofit organization under the diocese, and it does take time and planning to do all of these events. And, you know, there's other things that I forgot to mention, like the calendars that we put out every year. And the retreat that Janelle had mentioned is in Sedalia. And then the National Black Catholic Congress, there's a plan of action of things that we should participate in and be doing as a council. And so, along with just planning those events and the business part of it, one thing that's important to note too is, along with the donations for books that we give to all of the schools in the diocese, we also take the time to educate ourselves. And so we all get books and read them and share them with each other about faith, about meditation, about how to grow and have a better relationship with God. And those are things that we discuss at the meetings. Also, as a privilege of being able to go to things like the retreat in Sedalia and the National Black Catholic Congress Convention, whoever attends also comes and brings that education back. Because everybody is not able to travel out of the state. So it's important, like this past April at the Black Catholic Retreat, we had Father Manuel, who is over a parish in Alabama. And so there was knowledge and experiences that he had to share with us that we don't get to experience here in Colorado. So it's important for those of us who are able to attend to share that with everybody else in the group. Like, we have gotten some Catholic education and some perspective on other things going on in the world. How do we change our social justice mission? How do we improve upon that? Should we be doing something completely different? How can we contribute better to our seniors in the diocese? And so those are things also that happen in our meeting, is the business part and then some education.
Excellent. How long do the meetings normally last?
About 2 hours.
2 hours, okay. All right, yeah, I said 11 to 1. So,
Yeah.
Again, we are talking with Aisha and with Janella, and they are with Colorado Springs Council for Black Catholics. So what should we talk about next?
Well, just a couple of final notes with the Colorado Springs Council for Black Catholics. A lot of people aren't aware that November is Black Catholic History Month, and that is why we have the St. Martin de Porres dinner every year in November. And once again, we travel to every parish in the diocese. So if you want us to come, visit, and feed the parishioners, let us know, because we travel everywhere. And I did want to also provide some contact information for us. Our phone number is 719-822-1261. We are on the web under the Diocese of Colorado Springs. You'll find us under Ministries. We do have a Facebook page, and we also do have YouTube. Our email is cscbc.be.seen@gmail.com. So there are plenty of ways to reach us. We're out in the community all the time. We do have our meetings monthly at Holy Apostles from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the lower level in the library.
Janella, what were you going to say?
I always just, again, want to thank Father Barron for allowing us to continue to have our meetings at Holy Apostles. That's really special for us. And Father Paul, because he's the one that was there in the beginning.
Yeah.
So we'd love to see anyone that wants to come and join with us, talk with us, and hopefully become a part of our ministry.
And again, the date for the next one is the fourth Saturday at the library at Holy Apostles from 11 to 1.
Yes.
So they just come,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
No dues.
No dues.
No
So
dues.
just come and figure out how you can help, right?
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
One really cool thing that we're doing right now that I must promote is, I know some people are like, well, why do they have a YouTube channel? What could they possibly be doing on there? Well, we're doing a Black Catholic series,
Okay.
and we just introduced our first one, which is about African popes. And so this is education that can be done throughout the schools in the diocese, or for anyone who's interested in learning. We've put together this wonderful video. We're going to continue to put out more videos about Black Catholics and different saints and things of that sort. So that's one really big thing that we're doing as we're moving into the 21st century and trying some new things. And we really do want to reach out to not just only the Colorado Springs community, but to whoever is listening, whoever needs to be touched, whoever needs that information, whoever wants to know, am I the only one who is interested in this work? And then, we're easy to find.
And so really, I would encourage all of our listeners, if you're interested in more information on the Colorado Springs Council for Black Catholics, then go to the website for Colorado Springs. You just Google it, Colorado Springs Council for Black Catholics, or as
Aisha.
says. I apologize. I'm telling you what. So we have about 4 minutes. Last thoughts that you'd like to share with our listeners about Black Catholics organization, or whatever you want to share.
Well, I do want to take a moment to thank you, Kelly, and Doug as well, because this is an important fundraiser. And because of this fundraiser, we were reached out to be able to encourage people to help with this endeavor. This has also given us an opportunity to do what we want to do, which is be seen. Even though we're not seen, we're heard because it's the radio. But this interview provides exposure that we haven't had, and we've been an organization since 1990, and we're founded under the auspices of Bishop Hannafin. So we've been around for a very long time, and without this opportunity, people would not know about our organization as much as they do now. So I thank you for your kindness. I thank you for blessing us with this interview. I thank Janella for being here. This is just a wonderful, wonderful opportunity, and I can feel the spirit in the room with us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, excellent. Well, you guys are doing amazing work. So you want to give out the phone number again?
Yes, so the phone number for the Colorado Springs Council for Black Catholics is 719-822-1261.
Fourth Saturday, 11 to 1 p.m. in the library at Holy Apostles. So we want to say thank you to both of you, and really encourage the listeners to come to some of those fundraisers, especially to really, because you guys are, putting a child through Catholic school. That's a huge gift. Well,
Absolutely.
it's expensive, and it's just a huge gift. And we didn't even talk about the initiatives and the laws that are trying to be passed in order to really undermine, the family in the public schools. And so these Catholic school education, the importance of it has just gotten even higher.
Absolutely.
And so, for you all to be providing these scholarships, it's an admirable thing. So thank you for sharing with us, and I hope some of our listeners would like to come, and I see your bumper sticker, so keep on passing the word. Like the Council for Black Catholics, word's not out on Catholic radio either, so do whatever you can to spread
Absolutely.
the word there
We
too.
definitely will.
So, all right,
Okay.
thank you.
All right.
All right,
Thank you.
so thank you both for being here.